Yeah, because so you went to the premiere of this last week? Was it?
Well, you saw
Not premiere,
these
like
sections, like, yeah, we've been invited, haven't we, like to previews essentially, and
that's it, yeah.
it was, I think you saw one of the first work in progresses, but I saw
Yeah.
another one, and I honestly, I felt like Edward Munch's The Scream. I was like, oh
I
god.
felt like I think I said this I probably broke out into a separate like DM with you just to say this.
Yeah, you definitely need a drink after.
I was like, you're gonna need a drink afterwards, and also like I had to fight the urge within me to not go up to him and make it like deliberately, like comedically make it awkward and go, I really enjoyed that. Otherwise, like, oh, I love a comedy because it's so. Like, for the benefit of people in the chat and watching this, so this new film by Asif Kapadia, who's celebrated director of movies like Amy, the Ayrton Senna one, this new one that he's been working on. We've both gone to sort of separate screenings of this thing, and it is really dark. It's a sort of forewarning of where we're headed to if disinformation and authoritarians continue to take hold, and it's a great piece of work. It's compelling, but it's so f***ing dark, and like, so there's that urge inside me to like, just make it awkward, lighten the mood with a bit of awkwardness.
Really enjoyed that, Asif. Thanks. Yeah, like, yeah, definitely going to be like a multiple watch. That if I'm feeling a bit down, boom, stick that on. No, it's really, but I like the way that, because he talked afterwards, he said he had to intersperse like the narrative of the person in the future that's existing, just to try and break up the footage, because it's real footage. It's like autocrats, dictators like Modi, Putin, like you've got what's going on with the the persecution of Muslims in China. And it's and the big tech bros, obviously, and then you like Peter Thiel, and you've got like Elon Musk, and it's like run by those twats, basically.
there's a line in it that really struck a chord with me, where they said about we've fought. I'm sure that I'm butchering the quote here, but it was something along the lines of we fought to get our freedoms, and we sculpted democracy. And we gave ourselves a real pat on the back for that. But actually now, in the late 20th century and early 21st, we've just swapped kings and queens for these unelected tech bureaucrat types. So they are the new kings and queens. They are the new dictators, untouchable.
Yeah. According by wealth, just like, I guess, like the kings and queens are, but at least there's some form of, I guess, tradition and lineage to that. With this, it's kind of just spoiled brat wankers, isn't it? Just taking the world. But mind you, so are the royals. I mean, I don't see one as any more kind of legitimate than the other, really.
No.
In terms of those two.
You have issues with either one of them, really.
Both have too much money, too much power, too much land, and be eaten.
Like, I don't mind if people are rich. I don't mind if they're privileged, or even if they're born into riches and privilege. But it's the obliviousness and entitlement that really winds me up. It's like somebody like Elon Musk is a sort of nepo baby elements to him, right? Like his dad was.
Yeah, his dad had like an emerald mine or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's that. He's surfed into his existence and his privilege, untroubled by the challenges that would frustrate everyone else's hopes and dreams. So there's that. And then once he is a billionaire, there was a thing in this news a couple of weeks ago where he was supposed to turn up to a deposition or some sort of court thing, and he was like, just didn't show. Truly believes like he's above the law, and then in a matter of days, he started doing the $1 million lottery thing, and there's a lot of people saying that.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, he's going to get into trouble. I guess Elon wants to go to jail. I'm like, he's never going to go to jail. Like, what have we learned in this whole US election campaign? It's like, how many times did we think Trump was going to get knocked down, sent to jail, fined into oblivion? None of it's sticking.
And it won't. Like, I mean, it's mad. I mean, there's a cult element to it as well. Because they've got like Trump and Musk have got this kind of grip on disinformation and the platforms in which to spread it. So as long as they've got that stranglehold, and that line about without truth you can't have trust, and without trust there is kind of chaos, that really resonated with me in the film, because it's so true. I mean, it doesn't matter what's true anymore, and that's the scary thing. because and it's not just applying to what people are saying in the kind of cults either. It applies to, you know, like AI and the dickheads that are in control of the AI. And it's like the last people you want in control of that are people like Elon Musk. It's just another level. And yeah, that's the thing that really worries me is the kind of grip that we're losing on truth at the moment. Like we're coming right back to like the most basic concepts. It's like just keeping a hold on what's real,
Yeah.
slipping through our fingers. And without that, it's pandemonium.